Welcome to the Jewish Pro-Life Show. I'm Cecily Routman, founder and president of the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation, where we're making the original pro-life religion pro-life again. And we do this by offering much needed pro-life education to the Jewish community, Jewish-friendly pregnancy care and adoption referrals, and healing after abortion. And we do offer a Jewish pro-life voice in the public square. So along the way of doing these shows in the last few years, we've met a wonderful gentleman who's agreed to be a guest on our show today. We're going to have a nice conversation. Thomas is exceedingly literate, educated, and balanced in his approach to all things religious and cultural. And I learned so much and enjoy his company. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
Okay, well, my name's Tom Bluger. I'm Catholic, and I was a Catholic priest for 20 years. I woke up during that time, although I always knew, to my family's plight, the history of my family. My grandparents were Jews, and they survived the war in Berlin, which is just an amazing, remarkable story. And then my grandfather's family, I guess they were lost in Odessa. Some of them went to Israel. And I ended up saying to myself, well, I want to discover what happened in Germany with anti Semitism, with the Catholic Church, with my theology, with my priesthood. And I really wrestled with that for 30 years. And since that time, I realized that a part of the narrative of Western civilization, which has to do with ensoulment from the Catholic side of things, has been sidelined from history, even with our best theologians, like it's a forgotten part of history. So that made me question a lot. And then I came to question about that whole idea of ensoulment, which led me to the pro-life thing, and from the pro-life thing to the Jewish community, because it was both happy, amazed, and confused as to where the Jewish people were in their stance for life. I just like to state one thing up front is that there's a famous fellow back in the third century, I think Irenaeus, and he said that the glory of God is the dignity of man and woman, fully human and fully alive. So if you take that saying and put it in the context of our civilization today, where with our knowledge that we have when life begins, it would say that the arc of life is from conception to death, almost like the backbone of a human being, in a way that if that's gone, then the whole structure disintegrates and falls apart, which is what I believe is happening on a world level in many ways. So I got on this pro-life network. So I just watched the Jewish people gab amongst one another and see where they're coming from and trying to get a handle. And it was like riding a bronco, I can tell you that. The understanding of life coming from the Torah, the Pentateuch, is very murky in some regards. So I'm trying to get a handle on it. And I realized that the central authority is the scriptures for the Jewish people, of course. But of course, there's many opinions on how that all fits together. So I know that, for example, pro-life people who are Jewish would go to a pro-life rally, the same as Catholics and Protestants and anybody. That's good. But I wonder intellectually where the rapprochement comes and if there can't be some kind of bridge built. And I think there are bridges already built, okay? And that's what I'm trying to discern for myself. I just want to say that I have no intention of converting anybody here. That's not my reason for being here. And especially what's happening in Israel today, I'm quite cognizant of the fact that good people can fall into the trap of superficially reading history and not going back to the context of all what's happened to the Jewish people through the centuries. And therefore, that can become very anti Semitic. So I don't want to have any part of that. Okay.